Okay, welcome back to the Diving Deep podcast, episode 2. My name's Jake,
I'm Max.
and this shit's about to get crazy. So, today we do have a very special guest with us, Lucy. Lucy's in the house.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
So, today we are going to be diving into a little bit about Lucy, how she got started on social media, and then we're also going to be diving into like some conspiracy theory territory. So, stay tuned because I'm going to be stumbling over my words again and you're not prepared. So, all right. Max, take us away.
Okay. Lucy, who
What's up?
are you and what what do you do?
What do I do like for work? Or like what
Oh,
do I
like
do on
streaming
Twitch?
wise. Yeah,
Okay,
Twitch.
got you. Okay. We're taking it there, got you.
What do you
Well,
do?
I'm
Name it
Lucy
all.
Burr. I just started streaming on Twitch and I guess I'm like a multi-game streamer, if that's the thing. I play multiple games and I just chill out and vibe and chill and play games. And smoke a lot of weed, as you can tell. I'm so sorry.
um, what what initially like got you into streaming? Like what kind of pulled you into doing that?
So actually, one of my good, dearest, oldest friends, Ria, and I have been talking about doing it for quite some time because we have been avid gamers for years now. It's kind of how we spend our time together because we're a little bit homebodies and we don't like to venture out, especially with COVID, kind of like solidified that for both of us, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just a way for us to spend time together and bond. And then we thought, why not try to meet people that are like-minded than us, or the same, like-minded like us.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I mean,
kind of what brought me
Twitch.
there.
Twitch is a place for community. So,
It really
Mm-hmm.
is.
It
Um
has. It's been the most welcoming community I've ever been a part of, which is like crazy to me to think of. But yeah, it's crazy.
did you have a
how are
question?
we today, guys? How
Oh,
are
sorry. I was gonna cut you off, but then I was like, I shouldn't. Like, I need to take a chill
we?
pill. I need to relax.
You're good. You're good. No, I just want to know how are we? What are the vibes
I'm doing good
today?
today. I'm doing good. Well, okay. Episode 1, if y'all haven't listened yet, you're lame, but we were a little bit all over the place. And I feel like today we have our shit together just a little bit better than we did last time.
Good.
Um
That's the important part, right?
I know, it really is. It really is. Uh so okay, we're running out of our intro questions, Max. We
Hold
didn't
on, hold on. I got more.
we didn't plan enough. Shit.
I know.
Just kidding. Just kidding. We're prepared. This is all of
Lucy.
Assad.
Okay, Lucy. What is like one moment that stands out to you from streaming for as much as you have been? Like, because you've been only streaming for what, a few months now?
Yeah, it's only been like roughly about 6 weeks now.
Oh wow.
Uh, yeah, so it's been very short but very fun so far. Um, a moment that stands out to me, I'd have to say the moment that there was one, I can't really pinpoint the date, of course, but it was like one moment before I got affiliate when I was hanging out in either yours or B stream and you two were playing together. And I just felt like one of the girls, you know what I mean? Like I haven't had like I
Uh,
don't have very many like girlfriends, like you know what I mean? Like I just have always been like hanging around guys. Like I just don't really have
are
very
you
many
one
friends
of
to
them
begin with.
girls? Sorry. I was thinking about that the whole time.
couldn't.
true. And then it was so nice to like actually like feel a bond with like two women who I like look up to and admire. So it was like,
Aw. You're so sweet.
I know.
Max
No,
is
I
Max
definitely
is
get that.
definitely blushing.
Oh, I am.
You can hear the smile when she talks.
Yes, yes, you
Um
can.
okay, so I have another question for you. What do you think has been like the biggest piece of information you've learned while being online? So like whether that be like a tip or trick you learned or just like general knowledge that you didn't expect to encounter like when you started streaming or yeah.
Honestly, I think being myself was the biggest piece of advice that I was given that I was most shocked like actually like worked. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't feel like I have to try to be someone else on this platform, whereas other platforms I really do feel that pressure to kind of put on this perfect persona and like perfect life and like, you know, don't have 25 different mental illnesses going on in my brain right now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
just, I
Yeah.
feel like this platform in particular really embraced me for me.
Mhm.
Um, and I think that's like the most sound advice that I was given and that I would pursue to give other people is just really be yourself because you're going to find your people. And that's what you need. Like, you don't want people that fall in love with the fake you.
Yeah.
You want people that fall in love with, like, you.
Mhm. I was going to say because especially on places like TikTok and Instagram and YouTube, like there is definitely that pressure to like have this almost you're running a show business. Like people don't really see that. And then you step into Twitch and this shit's like raw. Like you're seeing people live and like how they actually act and I don't know, I feel like a lot of people that don't like have any idea what Twitch is or like have never used it, like they don't understand like Twitch is a phenomenal place to like find your community and like just meet a bunch of great people.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I get that because it's like when I first met Lucy, it was like I met Jake all over again because
Oh.
I'm not even kidding because when I met Jake, like we instantly clicked and I think it was like one of those things where it was like um we like started talking and hanging out and then it was like, okay, well you're gonna be my best friend for the rest of the life for our life. And I hope you understand that. And when I met Lucy, it was like, wow, like this is someone else I'm like really close to and like also look up to for advice when I need it. And I truly appreciate you guys.
Oh, I appreciate you too.
Stop it, I'm gonna cry. Just kidding. Just
um,
kidding, but that's sweet. We appreciate you too. We love you.
oh, I
Mm-hmm. Me
love you
too.
guys.
Um,
I
I
have a question.
yeah, go for it. Shoot.
um, so Lucy, how has being a streamer affected your mental health?
I'm going to be honest, lately I've been feeling really burnt out.
Yeah,
Um,
I get that.
Relatable.
but also I find that the community that has kind of embraced me has also really been like this ray of sunshine in a lot of my really dark days. So I'm finding right now I feel like like I was actually saying this today to some friends that I'm feeling a little bit like burnt out from it
Yeah.
because I like don't want to stop, like I don't want to take that maybe break that I need because I also really miss the serotonin that I get from
Mhm.
it. Um
Yeah.
but I'm also feeling like I just need a breather. So
No,
I'm
there's
kind of
No.
definitely yeah, there's definitely the amount of times I've experienced burnout with Twitch specifically. Like I have been in the little corner of the internet that we have claimed for I don't know, since I was a literal child. And like I would well cuz like when you start streaming, there's like this adrenaline rush and like you just get so excited, and there's like this huge buildup, and then you start streaming, and then you do it over and over and over and over again, and then it's repetitive, and it gets boring, and then it's not satisfactory anymore, and then the burnout comes, and I mean I've gone through that cycle countless times, and like
Mhm.
there's been like I think I didn't talk to Max at one point for like a couple months just because I just was not online. I was like, I don't want to do it. I just want to be like in real life doing my own thing. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, you just have to figure out the your like stream work life balance type of thing because I
I
if I do it every day or like whatever, it's not fun anymore and I just want it to remain a hobby.
No.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like I just this is something that I want to be fun and like I don't want to be a source of stress for me. I want to be like a source of like I said, that serotonin boost, that fun, that like social like community that I'm missing in my personal life just because I am such a homebody.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, I get that. Cause like with me, it was like same as Jake. Like I literally went like 6 months without talking to anyone, and like I think it my burnout also came from like continuously looking at my view count, and like with
Mhm.
my view count, it's like it always like goes up and goes down.
Mhm.
For me, I feel like I was like recently I've been doing it a lot more, and so I've just been like I need to stop like looking at that, take a break, step back, like everything will be okay, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But no, I completely understand where you're coming from. I mean, sometimes we just need breaks from it.
Yeah. It
Yeah, for
gets
It's a lot.
it gets so it does. It gets really repetitive and really old really quickly. It's that constant search over and over and over again for like what next, what next, what next, and then when you can't find anything, it's like it's just you. I mean, for me personally, I stress myself out to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm done. Goodbye. See y'all later. I'll come back in a few months. I'm going
we're
on
also like
a
striving for
sabbatical.
that like very like constant sense of approval from like the like
Yeah.
how and like the viewer count like just like sitting there and constantly like looking over my shoulder to see like what I'm sitting at when I'm playing games. That itself is exhausting because it's just something that I shouldn't be thinking about because it's taking away from the actual fun of the game and why
hmm
I enjoy it.
No, every
Exactly.
every streamer will tell you that is like the number one thing you don't do is have your view count on and like oh my god, I can't help it. Like I constantly like I turn it off, but I like midstream will go over and click it so I can look at it and then click it again so that I don't see it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's the
And I
constant
feel like
yeah.
continue.
No, that's it.
Okay. And I feel like the thing about Twitch that people really never talk about is like how much it like can affect you
yeah.
mentally because of how much you're like worrying if you're doing too little or too much, and thinking about how you have to make content because you have this funny persona and you have to keep up with the funny persona, and like when you get quiet it's like people are like why aren't you talking,
Yeah.
what's wrong, like but like you can't talk about it because you're streaming, and then it's like
It's like okay,
people
I'm
just
gonna go offline. Bye guys.
yeah. And
Mhm.
like
That's a
there
wrap.
are times there are times where I have just like ended my stream and said fuck it, like I'm just ending it without saying goodbye, so
Yeah. I do want to interject and give a disclaimer that we are on Discord right now. Shameless plug. Follow the diving deeper podcast Discord. Whatever. Words are hard. Okay, fuck off. Just kidding. Love you. Uh, but Max, do you want to scoot a little bit closer to your mic?
hello.
Okay,
Wait,
love.
I'll move it closer to me.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's just like it was getting quiet to a point like where it was like
Right here?
slowly. Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Wonderful.
Disclaimer: we're not all in the same room, and that's why he's yelling at me to move closer to my mic.
Yeah.
Um, but like changing the topic off of Twitch, like I want to talk about something else because I
Yeah,
mean,
so sorry.
um,
I'm sorry.
I want to know. No, Jake, you're fine. You're fine.
I should never mind. I'm not gonna say that while we're live. Just kidding.
Oh God.
Um,
Now you have to say it.
I was gonna say I
yeah.
should take my Adderall before we record.
Okay, Jake. I mean, you do you. Also, that's prescribed, by the way, guys. Don't worry.
Prescribed medically. I have a doctor. Don't come for me.
But I want to know, like, Lucy, this one's for you. Who has the biggest influence on the person you are today?
Ooh.
Biggest influence on the person I am today. Probably my grandmother. Is that what you mean? Like a forced positive influence? Or like do you
Yeah.
mean like okay, good. Probably my grandmother. She has been a rock, a constant support in my life. Since I was a baby, my mom had me quite young, so she needed a lot of support with me when I was a baby. My grandmother was there like endlessly. We lived with my grandmother for a while. Actually lived with my grandmother quite a few times throughout my life. She's just honestly, if you have a definition of a saint, it's my grandmother. She would give you the shirt off her back. She's a godsend on this earth, and I would not be who I am, remotely even close to who I am, if it was not for her.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, that's
She's
really
an
sweet.
angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jake, who has the biggest influence on the person you are today?
Okay, so this is hard for me because I like obviously like heavily like growing up like looked up to like my, you know, parents. I have an older sister. I have uh grandparents and stuff like that. And I mean like I feel like they all influenced me to be like I mean like the morally like a good person. Like that's that kind of influence, but on like a scale of like my personality and like who I really am, I mean, I don't think it necessarily stems from one person because I watch a lot of different creators on the internet who are like authentically themselves. Um they're funny, they're communical, they've turned themselves into a business and a brand, and that is like what's always pushed me and like motivated me to want to step into like the creator realm is just watching people that I like on the internet look up to. Um I mean there's like I wouldn't say it's one specific person. I think there's like I have like a there's like a dual impact there. Like morally, I would say like family and like who I am, just authentic creators that I look up to.
Love that for you. Like, that's amazing. I also feel like, is this weird to say that I feel like you're your biggest influencer?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily like I would think like a bad thing to say. Like I definitely have done a lot of self-growth and reflection, and I think that also plays a heavy impact into what I do and who I am. So,
Period. Yeah. No, because, like,
you are your biggest ally. People say that all the time.
yeah. No, they do. Um,
X.
this is for both of you now.
Wait, you have to answer.
What? Oh, I have to answer.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm just kidding. I would say my uncle had a very big impact on my life after he passed because he, like, no matter what, like, I mean, getting into family shit right now, um, I grew up with my brothers. Like, you know that one saying that people say that we grew up together, but we have different childhoods, like different
Uh,
experiences within the same childhood. You know, I don't know.
if I'm being quite honest, I am not following.
I'm not following either. I'm just going.
I get it because I've been through that too.
Yeah. Like I think me and Lucy talked about this before. But
Hmm.
growing up, like my brothers would always be the favorites of extended family,
Hmm.
and I normally like got pushed to the side and like like I was just thrown over there like as a child. So I've always been a people pleaser, and
Yeah.
after my uncle passed, like realizing that he was like the black sheep of the family, it was like that was like a real inspiration to me of like doing what I want to do without giving a fuck, basically.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you do, people are going to sit here and judge you and hate on you for no fucking reason. And when he was like alive, he would do what he wanted to do, and I feel like after he passed, it like opened my eyes to focus on what I want to do and fuck what other people say.
Yeah.
If that makes sense for this question.
No, I mean that makes sense. I mean, if we're gonna go into the territory of growing up, I have a really small like. Well, I wouldn't say I have a really small family, but like the family I always saw growing up, it's a really small circle, I guess you could say. Like I really
Yeah.
growing up only saw the family on my dad's side, and so I mean I have one cousin, an aunt, and an uncle, and a grandma and grandpa, and then obviously like my nana who like helped raise us, not blood, but we love her. She's amazing. Um, but yeah, I never really had like a massive family where like that would happen because it was just so close knit for me. But I mean, it makes perfect sense. I feel like you explained it pretty well.
Yeah. Lucy, you don't have to talk about your family life if you don't want to.
Um,
But if you want
no,
to.
no, like there's really not much to talk about other like it was just me, my mom, my brother, pretty much all
Mm-hmm.
my life with my mom's multiple. I shouldn't say like mom's like boyfriends that she introduced us to, kind of in and out. But there was
Yeah.
never like that solidified like father figure in my life. But my mom was great. She did the best she could in the circumstances she was dealt.
Yeah. I mean, that's all
Here
I
we
feel
are.
like anyone can do. Really, is you gotta roll with the punches, whatever hand you're dealt.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta roll with it. But yeah.
I
So,
have
oh, sorry.
oh
Go ahead. Go
go
ahead. Go
ahead.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I was gonna segue. So you can wrap this little.
Well, like I mean, this can be saved for later, but my question was just what are your guys' take on life after death?
Ooh. Okay. Controversial. Let's dive into it. No pun intended. I I don't know. I feel like I believe a lot of different things and I'm open to the possibility of a lot of different things. I don't think how the Bible has depicted the afterlife necessarily to be like I don't align with that. Um but I'm not like closed off to it, I guess you could say. I'm just a very open person about that kind of stuff. But like if I had to like give my definition of what the afterlife would look like, I would say like I believe there's like just this energy or like source out there that like when we die we just become a part of, or just I don't I don't really know how to explain it, but like I don't think it's like a physical place you go to.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What about you, Lucy?
So I have my own. Like I believe what I believe, but I here's the thing. I don't know if I believe it stop myself from having anxiety about what happens because I'm actually very scared of death,
Mhm.
or if it's actually something that I believe. So take this with a grain of salt, but I really do believe in like the whole like reincarnation, like our spirits have energies that like leave our bodies, but they like our souls like go up, like we go. So here's my theory. This is what I cling to. All right. I don't know if I can really
Yeah,
dive into it,
everyone
but we're
take
diving into
everything
it.
with a grain of salt, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Like this is like very
I am not
non-educated.
God, by no
Yeah,
means.
very uneducated, by the way, of this stuff. But I really do feel like our souls are attached to our bodies. We're here, like on Earth, for lessons.
Hmm.
Once we learn those lessons, our soul leaves that body. We go back up to, or up, or down, or forward, or sideways, wherever we go, and we kind of self reflect on what our journey, like what we learned on our journey, what lessons we could have, like what we could have done better, what we could have, like, what we did really great. Like it's like a self reflection. And then we kind of come back and do it all over again until eventually we've just kind of gotten to that point where we don't need to learn anymore, that we're just like content.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Kind of like the
Yeah.
route of like karmic lessons, and you like come back until you learn all of like what you need to learn.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're just free. Like I really honestly, part of me believes that Earth is like not hell by definition, but hell. If you know what I mean? Like I feel like
Yeah.
we're
Yeah.
here and this is the shitty part of life that we have to deal with, but then after it's done, we go wherever we go and everything's just sunshine and rainbows and butterflies and we come back and do it all over again.
Period.
Yeah. Max?
Period. Um, I don't know. I just know I'm gonna become a ghosty and haunt everyone.
Stay
Yes.
To
tuned for
be
our
honest.
paranormal episode coming to you guys soon.
Yes.
Okay. Well, today, like I mentioned, we are going to be diving deep into a realm of conspiracy. We're going to dive into Antarctica because why the hell not? So, I, by no means, again, am an educated person on Antarctica. I just have seen things and conspiracy theories about Antarctica, and I'm just gonna we're just gonna talk through it, I guess.
Yeah.
So
Like in the
I think,
car.
yeah, no, like
In
you were
the
talking in the car, exactly.
Yeah, I was talking in the car with my brother. Jake was on the phone. I was not drive. I was driving, but I wasn't holding my phone or on my phone or anything. Just so
Good.
you guys know.
We're being safe.
But
We're being safe.
yes, we were being safe. But my brother brought up a really good thing. Like he believes that there's like a whole other society, like
Like in
whatever.
Antarctica.
Yeah, like that
Okay,
we don't know about.
I will say I have seen this. Okay, yeah, this is one thing I wanted to talk about, but I was gonna save it for the podcast. I was watching either a video or a TikTok, and I don't know where I was watching it, but I was along the lines of there was a, I think, government pilot or something that flew to Antarctica for whatever reason, and while he was there, like he found like an entry point into like the center, not like the center of the earth, but like an area underneath where it was like habitable, like there was like green and like grass and stuff, and it was like an advanced civilization.
Yeah, that's what
And
he was talking.
they are like strictly there and like hidden, and like they don't involve themselves with like human or like surface level like affairs because they're like a super advanced society. But like the reason why this civilization like didn't like kill him or like shoot him down or whatever was because they wanted to like relay a message back to like the government, like the US government, that was like, if you guys keep going at the trajectory you're going to destroy the planet and ultimately kill everyone. So, and like they're just a super advanced society, and that was like one video I saw like specifically on that. Um, and yeah, like that, I think that's just mind-boggling.
No, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all making my head hurt.
This
I-
is what we do.
Well,
We pick
okay.
each other's brains.
While we're still on the same thing with planes,
Mhm.
there was another video or like interview I saw of a guy who was a pilot for, I think it was like a research team or something. They were out in Antarctica, and they had like a medical emergency in one of the labs that they were doing and performing experiments in, and the pilot had to do like a medical evacuation and get this person to the hospital because they were going to die if they did not leave. And he like gets on the radio and is like talking to whoever like is giving him like the flight map or route or whatever, and they wanted him to fly like around a certain part of Antarctica that was going to add an extensive amount of time, I think, to this flight. And this guy was like, no, like they're not going to make it if we go this way. And then either the government or whatever was like, no, you're not allowed to fly straight through, like you have to go around, like if you do, like, you know, whatever. The government probably threatened him. And so he was like, okay, and ignored what they told him. He flew like the direct flight from like point A to point B, the one that he was not supposed to do. And they ended up flying over a region of Antarctica, and he's like, there's a massive like hole in Antarctica that just like went down, and it was like black. And so like the conspiracy behind that is like there's like the world, like the journey to the center of like the earth kind of thing. It's like that's like the gate or like the way underneath Antarctica or like into the center of the earth. And like that's why the government didn't want him to fly over that, because they didn't want him to see it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
I know.
My brain's trying to process that right now.
It was okay. It was really cool because there was like, whenever I was watching this, there was either like, I think it was like there was like they took like a photo of it, or maybe it was like a mock-up photo, but like, it was just like a huge like hole in the ground that like was so massive, like it just like consumed light basically. Like it was just a black pit going like straight down, and like they were like thousands of feet in the air flying, so like it's not like you can't like see into this like tunnel or hole or whatever, but it was just a huge crater looking hole into the ground, which was wild.
Fucking crazy.
You what?
I said that's fucking crazy.
Oh, sorry, I thought you cut out. I was like, oh,
Oh no.
Lucy has to leave in 5 minutes,
Lucy's
just so
sleeping
you
5
know.
minutes.
but we can continue if you would like.
Yeah, anything. Lucy, if you would
Yeah.
like to leave, you are free to leave. But before you do, please shout yourself
Plug
out.
your shit.
Plug your shit. We enjoyed having you on the pod. Thank you so much for being
Yes,
here.
It was so much fun.
Yeah, no, of course. Sorry that I had to dip. I can also like come back anytime because this was a lot of fun.
Oh,
it's
you're coming back.
Yeah, we would love to have you back.
Woo, woo, woo. And yeah, have me back anytime because this was fun. I love shooting the shit with you guys.
Yes. Period.
All right, love you guys. Have
Love
fun.
you.
Wait, you have to plug yourself.
Yeah, plug
Oh, yeah.
yourself.
It's X Lucy per X on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz.
All of the above. Okay, well, thank you so much,
Yeah.
and we will let you go.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
See ya.
Bye.
Okay, so that was so much fun. If you guys didn't hear X Lucy per X, follow her on all the social media. She's a really good creator. She's super nice, super fun to like hang out with. You guys should go check all of her social media out. And yeah, I think we're gonna dive a little bit into a few more like conspiracy theories, and then wrap the episode for today. So before we before we jump into that, make sure to, if you're on the YouTube channel, please thumbs up, notification bell, subscribe if you're new, because we have so much fun doing this and we appreciate the
Yes.
support. If you're on Apple Music or Spotify listening, please give us a 5-star rating. Share this with your friends, all of that jazz. But anyways,
Don't forget to follow our Twitches.
oh yeah, well
Love
we can
you.
plug at the end.
I decided to plug right there. Okay.
I want to jump into. Did you see on TikTok the theories of like the fallen angels or whatever?
No.
Okay, so a few TikToks went viral of, well, okay, so here's a theory. This is stemmed from like the Bible, like the Christian Bible. It was like, I think it's in, don't quote me. I don't have a fucking
All
clue
good.
where I
All
found
good.
this information. I've just seen it like on, social media and stuff. But it's like in like Revelations or something in the Bible, it talks about like the four fallen angels coming to Earth and like basically destroying it for Lucifer to like take over and like rule Earth for the like 7 years before the battle between him and God like happen. And like in like the prophecy or whatever, like the Euphrates River like dries out, and then it like, I think it like reveals like the jail that these fallen angels are like held in.
Yeah.
And the Euphrates River like IRL like dried out or whatever, like revealed like these like stone like looking prison cell like things. And there's a video clip of like this creepy eerie sound going on. And so like it's like a theory that like the fallen angels are like going to be released soon or whatever. I don't know if you've seen that.
I have not.
I was going. Okay, let me collect my thoughts for a second. But I mean, I maybe be able to like. No, there's no way I'll be able to plug this in. But yeah, so like it's just the theory that these like fallen angels are um imprisoned, and the Bible prophecy will say they'll come back. And I am seeing here that a lot of these, there are some theories that like even they're even held in Antarctica somewhere. Like, I mean, Antarctica is so vast and so unexplored, but like to the public knowledge, that anything really could be there. But
Anything. Because it's also like, if people do go to Antarctica, they, I feel like there's only one little section they can go to.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
what's
no,
open there?
like you can, yeah, there's like specific places you can like go to visit, I know, like for a fact, but like you can only like go to like the specific location, like you can't just like wander,
Yeah.
which is actually wild to me that like,
A little sus.
yeah, like there's gotta be there's gotta be shit there.
Exactly. Like, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of places that like we don't know about yet. Like,
Yeah.
I think I saw this one TikTok before where it was like someone was like doing something and like, I don't, I don't even know. But like, if you know the TikTok, you'll get what I'm saying. But someone went past something and they found like a whole society there, like past the point you can't go past.
I think that might have been like the same thing that I was
I think it might have been. I
that
have
I
no
had
idea.
seen. I think because that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
But I mean, along the line of like fallen angels and whatever, quick little sub point to like UFOs and stuff. So a couple of years ago, I wanted to do like a podcast. It's so embarrassing. Like I had to like I don't know where I posted the video, but like I took it down because it was so embarrassing. But there's a thing that I researched, and it was during the, I think it was sometime during like the lockdown or like right after, and I don't want to say, you know, during the pandemic, whatever,
Mhm.
because I don't know, I don't want this to get flagged on YouTube, and then it'll have that like little banner on it. But there was an article that was released about, I think it had something to do with like the vaccines and something, but like in the very end of like the article, they like hid a section where it was like the government has like 6 months to release classified information about UFOs, and I don't know the extent of that or like
I
verbatim what
think I
it said,
remember that.
but it required them to like release specific information, and I think they ended up releasing like 1,500 like video sightings or something, and I think it's absolutely crazy to me that people don't believe in aliens.
No, that's literally crazy to me. Like, I mean, believe whatever you want, but like, there's
Yeah.
so many people, specifically, I think in Arizona, right?
Yeah, Arizona, like Roswell.
Yeah,
Oh, New
like
Mexico,
people.
not Arizona. I'm sorry, Roswell, New
New
Mexico. Is that
Mexico?
what you're talking about?
I have no idea because I don't remember which state, but like people see a lot of UFOs and they're like, I think there was even a movie on it. I think it was in Arizona, somewhere
I
in
was gonna say there is a Roswell, like a Roswell TV show on Netflix.
I still find it crazy.
Yeah.
Also, I still have music playing in the background. I forgot that
Well,
was
I can't.
there.
You're fine. I can't hear
No,
it.
I
It's
know.
it's all
I
good.
I got distracted and I heard it and I was like, what the fuck is playing right now?
Oh
But no,
man.
I still like that's crazy to me because it's like there's so many sightings. Like you
Yeah, no.
go on
There's like, I
YouTube.
mean, there's the whole like UFO sighting like report page. Like I think it's government operated.
Wow.
Um, but if you guys don't know who Dolores Cannon is, y'all might think I'm crazy. You might think she's crazy. You might think we're all off our rockers, but aren't we all at this point? So she is a psychic medium, whatever. She claims that she can interact with like obviously the paranormal, like the dead, like the other side, and she said like she makes claims that she can also like communicate with like extraterrestrials and whatnot.
Mhm.
And I don't know. You guys can deep dive her. She's insane. But basically, her whole thing is like, we're not alone, whatever. And, um, I don't know. That, like, Dolores Cannon, like, listening to her reminded me of a specific thing that I saw on TikTok the other day with, I don't remember her name, but she is on the History Channel and she's done stuff with, like, ancient aliens and stuff.
Mhm.
And she was in an interview. This woman, I don't remember her name, but she was like, it was this video clip of her like in this interview, and she starts talking about how there is like, oh my gosh, okay, there's just so much to break down. So they're like, there's the theory, there's like the firmament layer, like the dome around the earth that like we can't leave, or for whatever reason, I don't know what it is, but like, and the
Mhm.
theory is that like we never made it to the moon, and it all ties into this theory that there's like some sort of barrier or like physical, like imaginary, like some sort of like barrier that we can't cross.
Yeah.
And she was saying how there are like, I think she said like three extraterrestrial um civilizations that have been like fighting for like the control, like the domain of earth for billions of years, or yeah. And people were like, oh yeah, so like what about the dinosaurs? And she was like, well, that was a biological experiment done by one of the alien groups 80 million years ago. Like that was like one of their first biological experiments they did. So basically, like that's just kind of like the theory that like and okay, I don't know where I was going with that, but I just thought that was really interesting. Like I watched this like interview, as much as I could find of it at least, and she went on saying how there is like extraterrestrial like trade going on, and that we like have been in communication with them since like the I want to say 60s or something, and like we
Yeah.
have like this agreement with them that the extraterrestrial like life is like at all costs remains a secret, and that like that stays a secret because of whatever reason they don't want to like the humans people to know like that confirmed there are aliens. And
Mhm.
I mean, I think that's just bizarre how much we really don't know, like everything we think we know versus like what's actually out there, girl.
No, there's a lot out there that I truly do believe there's a lot out there that we all don't know.
Yeah.
Also, getting into like aliens and shit. What do you think's an Area 51?
Okay, well, first of all, I think Area 51 is still 100% classified. I think the whole Area 51 out in the desert that like people like stormed a few years ago, I think that's fake. I think, well, okay, but here's the other thing. Oh, what's his name? I don't even remember his name. Oh, what's his name?
No idea. It's a name, I can tell you that.
Okay, wait, anyways, you start talking about Area 51 and I'll figure it out.
Well, like I just wanted to know what you think like Area 51 actually is.
Bob Lazar, that's his name. So, Bob Lazar was saying, like, in, I don't know, what, I watch a lot of things. I consume a lot of content.
Period.
He was talking in some show or interview about how he used to work for like Area 51. I think it says he was he's a, well, I'll just give you this. Bob Lazar is an American conspiracy theorist and self-proclaimed physicist who claims he was hired in the late 1980s to reverse engineer extraterrestrial technology. So basically, he claims that he was hired by the government to go and reverse engineer this UFO and like kind of figure out how that works. And he said in this interview that he worked out there, and I think he was talking about they might have like moved as soon as like Area 51 like became like in the public eye. They relocated all this stuff so that like if the public actually like did something with the information that they have this location of Area 51, that there's nothing there, that's just a normal government facility. And
Yep.
so his work supposedly occurred at the secret site called S4, which is a subsidiary installation allegedly located several kilometers south of the Area 51, which is, if you like look on the maps of like Area 51, there's like Area 51 and then there's like dirt road that goes around, and it's like this entrance at like the bottom of like these like huge
I'm looking
mountains.
this up.
And like he says like that's where he worked. But I think Area 51 is definitely real. I think what they do there now versus what they used to do there is two different things. And the government is a lot more like secretive about it, I guess you could say. After like like Bob Lazar like comes out with all this information, Area 51 like the location. Oh, actually, I remember now. Area 51, like Bob Lazar is the one that I'm pretty sure doxed Area 51. He's like, I worked at Area 51, all of this happened, and then later the government came out and said, Area 51 is real, this is where it's at, whatever. And so that like initially gave Bob Lazar some form of like credit to his name, that like that part of his story of working at Area 51, like it was confirmed that there is like the government site, and so that's why he became more trusted. But again, it's all speculation. don't come for us. We are just people trying to have an interesting conversation.
Literally.
Did
I
you?
want to get in. What?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was changing the topic. You talk.
Oh, that's okay. I don't know what I was going. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's random sidebar. Bob Lazar is also a really interesting person to look into.
Period. I was gonna talk about. Uh,
Mm. I'm sorry to cut you off. What I
That's
was
okay.
reading, I was. Oh my god, I'm so good at research. I was reading off
period.
of Wikipedia, just like a really quick blurb. The way it's like written, it sounds weird. I read it as a self-proclaimed physicist. He has his master's in physics. He's not a self-proclaimed physicist. He's self-proclaiming that he worked and was hired to work in the government at Area 51. To clear that up, I just now thought about that. That sounded funny, but
Period. Um, is there any other like conspiracy theory that you truly believe in?
um
Excuse me. I know. I've been drinking Red Bull.
I mean, I would say to a certain extent, like I believe in the possibility of like the simulation theory. Like we I think we definitely could be in a simulation, but at the same time, I don't really want to make my brain hurt thinking about it because there's really no point. Like I'm here now, I can't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
So,
No, I believe that too. Like, I mean, it just makes sense.
like the simulation theory?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at conspiracy theories right now.
Yeah, guys, we don't really do a great job of preparing, but that's just because episode 1 and 2 have been sporadic. Um,
I'm gonna send you this because I want you to read it.
us having literally no direction with our fucking podcast.
Well, like thinking about it, like we were only prepared to have Lucy.
I know, it did kind of
Now
get, our
we're here.
plans did kind of get skewed a little bit, and we ended up being on a time crunch, so we had to start recording early, which
Yeah, we weren't
I really was trying to prepare today. I really was. I started making an outline,
Yeah,
and
he called me at like 1.
I got up early
And
today.
you did, and I was like, bro, I'm choosing violence right now.
I will say, I do not believe in the moon landing. I think it's fake. I think it's bullshit.
I do too. Like thinking about it, like seeing videos of it, it's just like,
Yeah.
bro,
It's
how is that
wild.
real?
It's actually wild to think about. And the oh my
Oh,
god, the video quality is like it's there was literally an episode of the Mythbusters that was like, is the moon landing myth or whatever, and they went to, I think they went to some like studio or something and like tried to recreate it, and it was like they didn't say it was a myth, but they're like, this is the original and this is what we made, and it looks kind of fishy.
I'm literally watching it right now as we speak.
Mythbusters?
No, the
Oh.
moon landing. Because
Oh.
like I can't
It looks
like I
so
don't
bad. It
know
looks so
why.
fake. It looks so fake.
It just I can't. No, but
Ye-
there's a few things I sent you. Like the link I sent you has a few good topics that we could talk about in later episodes.
Yeah, I will say for everyone who is invested in us, I don't know why I always address the audience like that. For everyone, don't do that, Jake. That's silly and annoying. So
Okay.
whatever you guys want to see, we definitely want to we want to deep dive specific topics and break it down and go into extreme depth about a lot of different things. So if you guys have any ideas or you want us to make videos on or podcasts on certain topics, do go ahead and let us know in the comments on the YouTube channel, because your insight is appreciated and we
Or
want
even just like coming into our streams when we're streaming and we're online.
yeah,
Like,
even coming in streams, like whatever. And you have like an
tell us.
idea, tell us because we will absolutely look into whatever everyone's wanting us to do. So,
Oh yeah. No, definitely. And I feel like right now we're just like scrambling for topics.
yeah. Well, okay. And I mean, again, we were on a time crunch today. We didn't know we were going to not have enough time.
I didn't realize how long it would take me to go get Red Bulls from the gas station.
Yeah, I was on the phone with you for a while. Like while
Yeah,
you
you
were
were.
trying to acquire some Red Bull.
Oh yeah. Guys, if you didn't know, I fucking love Red Bull.
Yeah, it's kind of a
Specifically the
problem.
coconut one.
Okay,
It
but the
is.
coconut one, okay, I will say I don't like Red Bull, but the coconut one is it tastes good, but there's a annoyingly weird aftertaste that I don't like.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate the aftertaste. I feel like I have to go to like stores to like go pick up like a blue raspberry flavor.
Yeah, I'm
Also, if
drinking.
you guys are from the PNW, Pacific Northwest, Red Bull spritzers, fucking love them. I live off of Red Bull.
What is that?
A Red Bull spritzer is basically like a Red Bull, like a normal Red Bull. Have you ever had an Italian soda?
No,
Do you know what an little Italian soda is?
I don't.
Oh my god. Okay, so uh, a Red Bull spritzer is basically just like a Red Bull with like flavoring in it,
Mhm.
such as like blue raspberry, there's
Well,
mango flavor,
don't they
like the
make?
syrups,
Oh,
like the
okay. Well,
syrups.
like what's the difference between that and like just a regular flavored Red Bull?
I mean, with the regular flavored Red Bulls, like there's not a lot of flavor options.
Oh, so is it just like a more like extended
Yeah,
flavor palette for like Red Bulls?
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. Come to
Well,
Washington, and we're getting you a Red Bull spritzer.
okay. I am currently drinking a sparkling kiwi guava Celsius. It tastes really good. Celsius, if you're ever listening, or Red Bull,
Red Bull, if
or
you're
any
ever
brand that we
listening,
talk about for
love
that
me.
matter. I don't even know if I said that correctly. Manner. I can't even hear myself talk at this point. But yeah, send us some PR because we'll
I'll love you
we will
forever.
support you forever.
Oh yeah. I mean, Red Bull every fucking day. If I don't have a Red Bull, Jake knows what happens.
Yeah, guys, you don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Choosing violence every day
She woke
if
up
I
and
don't have
chooses.
a Red Bull.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I wake up and choose violence every day.
If y'all steal her merch, I swear to God, we will come for you.
I swear to God.
Yeah, you heard it here first. And if we see that anywhere else on the internet, there's gonna be a war in the comments.
Oh,
But
that reminds me. I have to check on that.
oh, like your merch stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, guys, we are nearing the end of episode 2. We're gonna take a second to do a little bit of self promotion
Why the fuck not?
because why the fuck not? So, if y'all are curious or forgot my name's Jake, not from State Farm. You can find me on most social media platforms at hawkins.jak3. I don't like Twitter. I stay away from Twitter. You won't find me there. But TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. I don't know. I don't know if I do anything else. But yeah,
Just look at every social media
Hawkins.jak3. You can find me there.
period. Well, I'm Max. Um, the very socially awkward one. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/maxi5678.
I don't know if the audio was clear, but that's twitch.tv/MAXZ5678.
Period.
Check Max out, check myself out.
Our link
Comments,
trees are in
link trees are
the
gonna be
fucking
in
about
the
thing.
I don't know where. If y'all want to find us, go to YouTube and click on our links that we have connected to everything, because I don't
Yeah.
really know how. Um,
I don't remember shit, so
yeah, Spotify and Apple, it's weird. Like it's a whole thing. But again, if you guys have any requests or things you want us to dive into, do comment that anywhere we have social media, and we will get working on it. Again, if you enjoyed the episode, like, subscribe, 5-star rating, all of that jazz. And we have new episodes every single Wednesday on Apple Music, Apple, on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube. So stay tuned
thanks for coming to the chaos.
because it's always chaotic and funny, and we have a great time here. So hope
We
you guys
do.
enjoyed the episode, and we will see you guys next week. Love you all so much.
Bye, guys.
And have a great day. Okay, seriously though, goodbye. No, that sounds mean. I feel like I can't end it like that. Let me rephrase.
Bye, guys.
Oh my gosh, see you guys later. Thanks so much for coming. Okay. Awkward waving. We're walking away now. Okay. Bye. Bye. Yeah. I'm leaving. Okay, bye.